After launching Soundtrack Pro, the first thing you'll notice is that the entire interface is contained within a single window. By clicking the pane icons in the upper right, you can customize the window to display only the areas of the interface you want to focus on. You can resize the borders between panes by clicking and dragging, and tabs can be torn off to become independent floating windows or placed in another section of the interface. Using the Layouts button, you can save your current window arrangement for recall at any time. Each tab in the interface performs a specific function, so it's worthwhile becoming familiar with each one. The Video tab displays the video associated with your project at the current playhead position. The Project tab contains settings to accommodate film to video conversions, timecode offset settings, file management settings, and master metadata for your project. The main section of the interface is the project pane. Tabs at the top provide quick access to any projects you may currently have open. At the top left are buttons for accessing edit tools. Of significant note are the Selection tool, the Time Slice tool for selecting portions of a track or multiple tracks, the Blade tool for splitting clips, and the Scrub tool for precise alignment of the playhead. Press the tilde key for quick selection of these tools right at your mouse pointer. Below this bank of controls is a global timeline view for quick, easy navigation around larger projects. And below this is the time ruler. Drag in the section at the very top of the ruler to create a selection. Click again to remove the selection. Drag inside the ruler to set a cycle region for looping playback. Press Option X to clear a cycle region. To relocate the playhead, just click to a new location in the timeline, or to drag it around, click down on its triangle and move the mouse side to side. The audio tracks themselves are very simple to work with. To add a new track, choose Multi-track, Add Track, or press Command-T. Click to rename a track. Double-click its icon to choose a different track icon. Standard Record, Mute, and Solo buttons appear in the top right of the track header. A small button to their left bypasses any effects or sends applied to the track. Below this are level and pan sliders. Double-click either of these to reset them. Control-click or right-click on the pan control to switch to a surround sound panner, and with the surround sound panner active, double-click to launch a more detailed surround HUD. If you set track height to a larger value, record input, channel count, and input to channel routing are also shown for each track header. Click the disclosure triangle to the left of the track name to show and hide envelopes associated with the track. Automation points can be edited, inserted, and deleted manually or generated automatically via latch and touch modes. Performing edits in the project pane is simple. To trim or extend the endpoint of a clip, mouse over its lower left edge, then click and drag. Use the lower right edge to perform the same for the outpoint. Click and drag the top edge of the clip to create a fade in or fade out. Once the fade is added, double-click it to choose a slope for your fade. Control-click or right-click to remove the fade. To split a clip, first select the Blade tool, then click down to split the clip at that point. When you overlap two clips, Soundtrack Pro will automatically create a crossfade. Double-click the crossfade to choose the fade curves for the incoming and outgoing clips. At the base of the project pane are controls for snapping, track display height, and zoom level. Additional elements, such as a podcast track, can be enabled from the Show menu in the upper right corner of the project pane. The Details tab provides information for a selected clip or file. The Effects tab provides access to the many real-time filters and effects available within Soundtrack Pro. Apply these to individual tracks, submixes, auxiliary buses, or main output channels. This tab also provides access to bus sends for a selected track. The Tracks tab provides a useful way to group, select, and recall unique selections. It also conveniently shows the channel strip of a selected track. By selecting the Analysis tab, Soundtrack Pro can locate and remove common audio problems such as clicks and pops, powerline hum, and phase issues. Select a clip in the multitrack editor, place a check in the box for the item you want analyzed, and then click the Analyze button. A few moments later, your waveform appears, marked with the problem areas. The buttons at the lower right of the tab allow you to fix the problems all at once or on an individual basis. The Actions tab lists all of the processes that have been applied to a selected file. All processes are non-destructive. Simply by unchecking one of the processes, its effect on the file is removed. You can even reorder the processes by clicking and dragging. The File Editor provides waveform editing for the selected file. Click and drag to create a selection, shift-click to readjust the selection in or out points. To ensure zero crossing edits, choose an option from Edit, adjust selection to zero crossing, or use the associated keyboard shortcuts. Use the toggle buttons in the upper right corner to view, select, and edit your waveform using an alternate frequency spectrum view. And like all other processes, edits performed here are non-destructive and can be disabled or reordered using the Actions tab. You can also drag a selected region from the file editor to the timeline to create a completely new clip from the selection. The Multi-Take editor allows for the creation of a final composite clip from multiple take recordings. The Conform tab is used for updating a project after changes have been made to the associated Final Cut Pro project. The Mixer emulates a traditional mixing console. It's simply an alternate representation of tracks in the project pane. Changes made in one view will be visible in the other. To link the mixer elements to an external hardware control surface, choose Soundtrack Pro, Preferences, then click into the Control Surfaces section. The Bin tab represents a quick summary of all media used in the open projects. To reuse elements, simply drag them into a track in the project pane. The Meters tab shows current playback levels and peaks for your output device, and the Recording tab maps hardware input channels to tracks in your project. The Browser tab provides quick access to the Finder for import of sounds and other media elements. The Search tab offers a fast way to quickly locate specific sounds, leveraging category and keyword metadata included in the vast stock library of sounds shipping with Soundtrack Pro. Finally, the Favorites tab provides access to commonly visited locations, such as work-in-progress directories and sound library volumes on your network. To add a favorite, locate the directory in the browser, then Control-click or right-click and choose Add to Favorites. When importing and exporting, you have a wide array of choices. Of note, you can import OMF or AAF, and you can send your project to a Pro Tools system using AAF export. Or you can choose Export and choose from a wide range of file formats. The powerful Send To commands in Final Cut Pro Eliminate the need for most import and export options. See the tutorial on integration with Final Cut Pro for more information.